Welcome to Bulls and Reds Advent Calendar. Let's see what's behind today's store. Sunday, 22nd of December. It's the fourth Advent. I don't know if you say this in English, but it's time to light the fourth candle. And if you've forgotten, well, not that bad. So, just a few days to Christmas. And Richard, what is behind today's store?
Well, today I would like to present something that's somehow connected to the city and somehow connected to the club, but is there much longer than the club itself. And don't take it as an advertisement here, because we don't do advertisements. We don't get paid anyway for anything of this. So it's been a pleasure for me to proudly present our sponsor beer today. I want to talk about a little bit of Urkostitzer, our official stadium beer, as Tim Tölke calls it, and the sponsor calls themselves as well, and proud sponsor of the club. And Kostitz is a suburb, so to speak, so it's about 10 kilometers away from the city in the north of Saxony. And it's a very small village. I don't know, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000. I don't know how many people live there. But this town is only famous for its brewery.
They probably know each other, all of them.
Maybe they're surely all cousins.
Oh.
Okay. Other than our club, this brewery has a bloody long tradition. And it goes back until 1534, when the right to brew beer
That beats Schalke. That beats Schalke, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, by a mile, 10 miles. Take that, you traditionalist. Football romantics. We got beer. Sorry.
And you're welcome. The right to brew beer was awarded to the manor, of course, that's back in those days. But the most famous story about this brewery happened about 100 years later in the 30 Years' War. When the Swedish king, Gustavus Adolphus, as you call it in English, in Germany we say just Gustav Adolf, had his most notable victory in the in the Battle of Breitenfeld. By the way, Breitenfeld is now a port of Leipzig, and about 400 years ago it was quite far away. The Swedish troops were on the way to Leipzig. They came from the direction, from the northeast direction, headed to Leipzig, and they had quite long day on their horses and on their feet, and the king was thirsty. And he asked the local master brewer, to bring him a refreshing draught, and he did so. And the king downed the pitcher in one gulp, and obviously it was tasty as hell. So he gave the brewer a golden ring, and the brewer was so thankful that from that time, the counterfeit of Gustavus Adolphus, the king of Sweden, is the trademark of this brewery, and you find his face with helmet and everything on every bottle of Urkostitzer beer. And I think this is a cool story.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't. You're the brain.
I always thought this is a quite common story in the city, because this beer is
everywhere,
all over the place in the city. You cannot turn around 360 degrees without spotting one umbrella or something from Urkostitzer. But I think the most listeners outside of Germany don't know that, and I thought this is a cool story. So yeah, other than our club, this brewery has a very long tradition. The beer is tasty, and what I like is that they stick to their core. So there are only 4 types of beer that they're brewing, and they're doing this for quite a long time. So it's only a pilsner, a pils, or pale lager, so to speak. Yeah, an alcohol-free, a dark one, and another pale, a more tasty pale. It's called Schwedenquell. So Swedish, whatever, spring.
Yeah, great.
Okay. So that's my 2 cents for the December 22nd.
But I can see a similarity. I can see a link between RB Leipzig and Urkostitzer. And that's a Swedish link.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think Emil liked that beer? Do you think he had a drink or two, maybe?
I'm sure that he recognized the king because the king, Gustavus Adolphus, is quite famous in Sweden still today. So that's
Cool.
at least what I recognized when I traveled to Sweden, because, there is in every city, there is a Gustav Adolf Torg. So that's Swedish for marketplace. And
Excellent. I didn't know that either. See, you're the brain.
Yes.
So maybe that drew him to RB Leipzig because he knew there was Urkostitzer.
With the Swedish king.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There could be.
Let's believe in that.
And I thought about something else because, the king drank this beer.
Yeah.
And one day later, they took away his most famous victory.
No.
So maybe our players should starting drinking beer before the matches. Do you think that would be good advice?
I think it's another energy drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you run out of that one energy drink which tastes like gummy bears, go for beer.
Yeah.
Okay. We tell the lads next time. They don't listen to us, but we'll tell them.
We're going to tell them.
And that shuts our door for today. Thank you, Richard.